Okay. We don't have trackers!
I feel like Ramus is unaware that the GIF I just posted before he tried to drop a meteor on me works for the meteor.
Can I move away from this? No. Oh, how do I get this away from me? Whatever. Where are we even gonna stand? Oh, that's probably a weird angle for you. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna put this here.
Oh, you're tippy-toeing right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it when you tell someone they're tippy-toeing and then they squat down because that makes their feet flat.
Hi Fanfi. Hi Ramus. Hi Zuvi. Hi Rar. We don't have trackers today, so we're gonna climb that thing. We're still gonna do our stretches, and then we're just gonna climb. Oh, you can't see me lifting my legs for stretches at all.
Wait, so you're gonna climb all the way to Mars today?
I don't know if we're climbing to Mars. No, you have not been lied to. Look at the title. I can't lift my legs because I don't have trackers. Oh my god. I'm doing the normal stretches I always do. You know, all the stretches for my legs that I'm not using today. Oh, hell yeah, we're gonna eat off after. I know I don't have a climbing emote. We'll find one. Seven TV emotes. Climbing. Oh my god. Is that allowed?
I mean, we'll know whenever you get banned.
Alright. Bye, Rar. Have a good one. Is that allowed? Adds it. You can kind of see this one. It looks like I'm crouching with both legs. This is me stretching my, like, touching the ground with my legs straight. It probably just looks weird for you. Whoa. I almost fell. This is actually what I'm doing. This is exactly what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna stand about... Oh, no, I can't stand right under my cables, can I? We're gonna stand here. Yeah, we're gonna stand here. We need this to be flying. Okay.
I don't know, this map is super weird in desktop.
Have you seen the controls for it?
Yeah, the controls are easy. It's just it's me with my face in a wall going up.
I just adjusted the camera and now I'm gonna like... Oh, that wasn't running with me.
Yeah, you left your camera out in space.
This picture right here, that's Foss and Galaga. I should have been in that picture, but I fucked up. Behavior. Look at me.
Oh my god, remember before Foss's whole entire character was boobs?
I mean, it still is. It's just like plant boobs.
No, I mean, they used to not be as big as that, as they are now.
True. Okay. Tab on keyboard. It's weird for... How do I... VR. Move... Oh, I need to be up to the wall and press trigger when hand is on the wall. Okay. We're gonna do the meta strat.
There's a meta strat?
I just remembered something else to show everybody. Okay. Oh, it's still on Look at Me. Best time VR, Siseldon. 38 minutes. That's our boy. Oh, no,
yeah, but is that... did he climb all the way to Saturn?
That's not Saturn. That's just the 6,000 meters. They're not doing records for the other one. Oh. Still have it on flying. Okay. Hi, Smug. Everything's going wrong. No fucking way.
Wait, what happened?
We don't have trackers today, Smug. So, I can't walk on a treadmill.
I mean, technically you can, it's just your feet don't move.
They would be standing still. It would look awful.
Why? It's standing still every time I do it.
Yeah, but you're not the streamer.
Yeah, but are you really the streamer?
Yes, I literally am. Wait, no, hold on. Camera mode. Stream. Lens visible? No, that's not what I want.
Nah, Smug, the trackers didn't break. Yulin forgot to charge them.
We'll just do this. And then I think I can just grab this and carry everyone along for the ride. Ugh.
Oh my god, Foss is here.
Shit.
You have a fan going?
Who is talking shit? Me, I was.
You were talking
now
shit. Yeah, I know, I heard it. Yeah, fuck you.
Why is it so...
Well, look here. Become something. Have a personality besides your breath.
He
That's all I'm saying.
whoa.
I do. It's called psychotic. There's nothing that goes together better than boobs and psychopath. Come on.
I think that's the
I've got
meanest
no,
thing
no.
I've ever
In my
heard
head.
Lost One say.
Probably. It's okay. I still
Wow.
think you're cute.
What mic is this going through, by the way? You just hear my fan full blast
Just
right now?
full blast. It
Yes.
sounds. You sound normal, but your fan is just going.
Oh! Okay, no. Hold up. I can
Sounds
fix
like you're
this.
stuck in a rainstorm.
I agree, Smug.
Things
but-
happen.
It bothers me to not have legs on a treadmill. So today's just an arm day. Today's just here, Smug.
There we go.
I don't know how familiar. Where did I leave my camera? I don't know how familiar you are with VR and VR climbing. Can I grab this?
Am I no longer in the
We're gonna
now?
climb that.
Yes, you are normal now. Oh, I really
Oh,
like the way the
God.
flower looks on this model.
Yeah.
Came out nice.
I keep like tilting it. Yeah, it's gonna be a long climb.
I come for the legs. So where are they?
Uncharged.
They're uncharged, but we're gonna see how fast it takes us to climb. If it's only like 2 hours or, whatever.
They're so no legs.
No legs. Well, no. If we climb this fast enough, then okay.
I knew he was gonna do that.
I was like, is he gonna climb with us? Oh, I'm so excited for Boss to climb with us, and he just left. Oh,
Yeah.
he even has his PC in a different room now, so he could climb with us.
He's not going to, though.
I know.
He came for the meme.
I know. It still hurts, damn it. Alright, we're climbing. I told Sis we're climbing today if he's awake, and if I tell Sis I'm climbing, he will drop everything to come. So when he wakes up, he will probably join, and then join us, because as we can clearly see by his time, he's fucking fast.
Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
easier to climb in desktop. Apparently.
So the reason you start on this side is because you get to walk up this a little bit. Then you get to about here and it's like, alright, climbing has to start. Come on, crap. Said touch the wall and pull triggers, right?
I don't know how it works for you.
I don't-
It's for me.
I don't know if I've done this with index controllers. Maybe that's not counting as the wall. Oh my god, do I really have to go back down and read the instructions? VR, move up to wall and press trigger when hand is on wall. Right? I wonder if it's broken.
I don't know what to tell you. I just sort of teleport.
Oh! I see the problem.
What?
I literally have to go to my desktop and press tab. Now I have these on, and I can climb. Oh no, that means I'm always grabbing this thing. Okay. Okay. We should be good. Everything in the last 24 hours has been going wrong. And that's fine. That's how life goes. The video I wanted to record yesterday did not work. I apparently forgot to charge trackers.
I might just watch you from stream because it's gonna be super hard to climb with you in desktop.
Upscale yourself and try that real quick.
No, I mean I teleport from rock to rock, so I'm just gonna like zoom up the mountain.
Gotcha. If I had a seat, it'd be easy to take you along, but okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Was I able to jump up this? I think I was. Oh, but Zuvie will join. Zuvie, you can probably hear me. I'm pretty sure you've got a flying avatar, so you'll just be able to find me. I am on the left side. Oh, it feels delayed, and I don't like that. Okay. How long will it take me to go 6,000 meters? So far, we are at 100. I've got a little, like, meter tracker on my ice picks. Oh boy. It's so high. I'm really hoping it's like rough climbing at first and then it smooths out. Because right now, it doesn't feel right. Feels like there's half a second of delay to it. I feel like I can't climb fast. I've climbed this a few times. The rock face does not let you skip like this for much longer. Well, 200 meters. Oh, I can hear the wind. Oh, now it feels way smoother.
Hello.
Hello, you found me fast. Good. Do you have a meter tracker?
Let's be my camera is like a beacon.
No.
What?
Do you have a meter tracker? You're just flying. You're not going to climb at all, are you? I'd be like, you're supposed to climb, but like at the same time, I don't know if it makes much difference in desktop.
I mean, I can climb, I guess.
No, whichever's easier for you. We're going to go at least to base camp 1. Which is 1,500. We'll see where we are after that. If I'm not having fun climbing and my trackers are charged at that point, I'll probably switch to a walk. So, have you ever heard of a guy called Liver King? Because I haven't. And I learned about him yesterday from a video. Oh, can I get over this? Yes. Apparently this guy... Huh?
Where are you?
I need to keep myself turned directly away. This guy named Liver King. He eats raw meat and shit.
Ew.
But like weird raw meat. Like, not just like a flank or
But
something.
he eats raw meat and shit.
Yeah, but it'll be like raw boar testicles or something.
Ugh.
And
Even worse.
his whole thing is that he's shredded. He's like super muscular and jacked. But he's been building this following that's like, oh yeah, eat my supplements and eat, real man food. My diet is primal. He loves calling his food primal. And turns out the whole time he was taking steroids. And it's all bullshit. Oh, get me. No. The first fall. That's gonna happen a lot. And so... get me over this thing, please. Okay. The music has stopped. We are going to listen to real music. So, I'm just gonna have this going. The walk we had planned. What? I see Fanfi's message on the screen, but then not... Oh my god, I can't see chat right now in Streamlabs. Can I see it in Chatterino? I can! You guys have been saying stuff the whole time. Great. Hi, Spacefish. Alright. I feel like a true streamer. Everything going wrong. What music did I select? Oh, this is Justfar. Oh, but now I can't see... Oh my god, I hate this. I can see chat, or I can see the stream screen. So I don't know if you guys are in a rock or not right now. But yeah, this Liver King. He was taking steroids, doping the whole time. Suddenly, he looks like he aged 20 years and looks awful. And he comes out with a video that's like, hey, I lied, I was taking steroids. Also, keep buying my supplements. It's like, dude, what?
God.
But
I
yeah,
watched a video yesterday.
go ahead, no you.
I watched a video yesterday about like weird foods like cooked,
Hmm.
and like they had, I think it was goat testicles,
Mm-hmm.
and partway through the video I had to gag and stop watching the video.
Yeah.
It was so disgusting, man.
There's this food YouTuber named Sunny. And I forget what his channel is called. Something like Best Food in the World or something, I don't know. But he has a video series where he goes around the world and tries local food. And most of the time it's like really good street food. Sometimes he gets like the real weird shit though. I remember he went to Kenya and he had a bucket of goat blood. And it was just like, what? Ugh.
Africa has like a lot of weird food.
Yeah.
I guess there's a food scarcity. So they just have to make do.
Oh, it's all the way back there. How do I reset a camera? Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. It goes all the way up. Nope. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong thing. I need the pin, that's what I need. Yeah. Wait, he's 28? Oh my god. Yeah, he literally... Oh. He's 45? Okay. I see. I was like, if that's 28, that's a problem. That is not good, but... 45? He still looks like he aged 20 years in a day, but... It's like I can't climb slopes. Alright, here's a story. Many years ago, when this map first came out, Foss organized a climbing day with a mutual friend, streamer Lele, who's the coolest. And they put their communities together, and we brought like 30 people to all climb this together. It was great. And we were going really, really slow. Because as a group, we could only climb as fast as the slowest climber, right? And with climbing, some people are just real slow at it, which is fine. As long as everybody's having fun. But it meant the people who were fast at climbing were kind of like waiting around a lot. I'd been climbing a lot with Foss and others, so I was on the faster side. Not to brag, but I remember waiting up on this rock up here. Do I have to jump? I do. We're gonna jump over here. And so, a bunch of us are waiting around. We're watching all the people go around this curvy part. And we're right up here. And somebody who joins late, they got a ride up here, because our friend Adbitties made an avatar with seats specifically to carry people up here. I think we were waiting like right here on this rock. And so, I gotta grab the camera again. I'm right here on this rock. The Adbitties comes up and he goes right to where Zuvi is. And he drops off this late joiner. Their name's Corvu. And I didn't know them, but I remember being like, oh, green cat. There's a million of those in the internet. And that was the first time I ever saw Corvu. And I've been inseparable from her since. Wow, it just feels like I can jump the whole thing now. Why are they letting me do this? We're at 600 meters. Okay. We need to get to 1,500. I don't think I want to climb the whole thing today. The climbing feels really janky right now. But we'll get to the first base camp, and then we'll probably switch to a walking video. Also, the fucking wind sound is going nuts. Boss has climbed this on stream a few times. Probably not in a while. But I remember, like, watching him and just listening to the wind blow. And him just climbing and climbing. But he was better at reading chat while doing this than I am. I'm, like, struggling. I have Zuby with me and I feel so isolated. Upgrading to Knuckles? Yeah. I don't like the Knuckles compared to my old Rift controllers. I really liked the Rift Oculus controllers. However, I'm going to Knuckles from Vive Wands. And Vive Wands are ass. Yeah, dude, I would kill for the old Rift controllers. The Knuckles are such a step up from the Vive ones, though. God, the Vive ones are trash. I think I've met one person who's like, I've tried multiple things and I like the Vive ones the best. When I hear that, I'm just like, what the fuck? You're lying! You are lying to me! Whew. Whew. This is actually not super bad for climbing, Foss, because I'm not using the grips with the Knuckles. I'm using the triggers. They have like a special climbing system that's different from all the other climbing maps. So if I were to go like to Tangled or Colossus, I have to grab by squeezing the controllers, like and gripping it. But here it's triggers, which is like, oh, that's weird. This fucking rock face is so uneven. I can't just like swing my arms and grab in a rhythm. Yeah. I'm not grabbing by, like, squeezing fingers. It's just triggers. But it's still janky. It still feels worse, because it feels like, especially in the first 1,000 meters, or 100 meters, it was like there was a delay. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? If this is the whole way, I don't want to do this. And then it got better, it, like, cleared up. But that first 100 meters... it was like I would grab, and then my body would move half a second later. I should be going fast here. This is smooth. I think I can see Base Camp 1 already. No way. That's not 500 meters, right? Yeah, that's not Base Camp 1. That just looks like it. Base Camp 1 juts out more. I think back to how bad we were at climbing when we first started. I think it took us like an hour to get to base camp 1. And I was like, boss, it's 3 in the morning. I gotta go to bed for work and tomorrow. This music sounds so perilous and dangerous for the first section of climbing. Just gotta go. I just gotta keep grabbing. Oh, I hate this part. I don't like it when it, like, moves outward.
Really had a desktop.
Yeah, I bet it is, Zuby. You must really be working out that finger of yours. Oh, I saw the worst fucking thing on Reddit yesterday. No, if you fall, you just catch yourself. On Reddit yesterday, I saw a post from a guy. If you don't like gross things, mute the stream for 20 seconds. This guy was like, I was fingering my girl, and I fell asleep with my finger inside, and now it looks like this. Am I gonna die? Is it gonna fall off? And it was like, his entire finger was just pruned up, like he'd left it in water. And it's just like, oh, dude, what the fuck? Oh shit, I see banners. That is Base Camp 1. Is Base Camp 1 only 1,200? I thought it was 1,500. This feels wrong. This feels like I'm getting my hopes up. We got a turbo boost. Oh, God. Whew. I don't think any of you can see me right now. But I'm hanging on for dear life. So I can't fix the camera. Maybe I can see it. Oh, I can see it. You guys can't. Whoa. That felt like I fell there. Ah. Base Camp 1. I need this. This is a little tent. Here's the map. Oh, it just turns you sideways.
Why does it look like an arrow sticking in your camera?
Like a what?
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's your figure. Your pig.
Thank you. I can't see if that's a Foss sub or a gift sub. I'm gonna assume it's a sub. Thank you, Foss. You think I'm wearing that wrong outfit to climb? Yeah, maybe. Behavior. No. Anchor. World. Okay. We are here. This is 1,300 feet. Base Camp 2 is that there. 3,200. And the top is 6,000. That's how big this map is. Dude, I've never wanted a window open. I've always just been like, I don't want bugs. Okay. How long have we been going? 40 minutes? I really don't want to climb anymore. This map is just so uncomfy to climb that I'm just like, how charged are the trackers? Let's see. I can just plug this in, and it'll tell me, right? Bolt. $38. 38's enough. These trackers last a while once they're plugged in. Oh, here's something we can do, though. Oh yeah, I can't see chat. Alright. Because this is fucking up. Matthews gift. Okay. Thank you, Matthews. Yeah, Matthews has been insane. He's been too nice. We're gonna jump off. We're gonna just do the jump. Where's the circle? Whatever. Where's Zuvi? Alright, come on. Oh. We landed over here. Okay. Lost one, if you want to join again, we're gonna go climbing. We're gonna go walking. Recently visited. New instance. Invite. Drop portal. We're done with climbing. That climbing isn't fun because it's so much harder to see chat. And also, like, Streamlabs is just fucking up right now. Or maybe it's just excess overlay. So, like, Streamlabs is just fucking up right now. Okay, I think you guys... It's so hard to tell what you can see. And Streamlabs is being dumb. Oh, wait, Streamlabs has a refresh chat button. I can't click it. Okay. Pins 1. We need to move this over here. Behavior, auto level, look at me flying.
Hello.
Hello! Welcome back.
I don't know if you know who Rain is, but they requested off of me.
Because I made it an invite, I don't see them. Is it Rainforce Eins?
Rainforce 1?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, them. I don't even think they know that you stream. Also, you just shoved your camera in the floor.
I did. It was still on flying. I tried to do this before stream, so I don't have to bug it up on stream. Oh my god.
Okay, now I have to remember how to change the avatar. Okay.
And then... No, not this.
There, is that good?
Sure. Okay, it is detecting. Where is this? Oh my god. We're just gonna start with the treadmill. And then we're gonna try. We're gonna try and do 2 access overlay windows. Okay. You know what helps?
Camera's crooked.
No, you wanna know what helps with the whole legs thing? Putting the trackers on.
Yeah, I was about to say your legs aren't working.
I'm trying to do too many things. And I hadn't put them on.
Just take your time. It's okay.
I'm trying to not freak out about it. But I am like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Deep breaths. 1 in, 1 out.
Oh no, we're fine. We're fine.
We gotta go through breathing exercises.
We do not.
Breathe in.
We do not need to go through
We're
breathing.
gonna count to 5. Then we're gonna breathe out.
I'm gonna put my legs on and then I'm gonna punt you.
Like, could you really hit something this cute?
Easily, yes.
How dare you, sir?
Okay. Trackers are on. We have legs. Hello, Rain.
Hey,
It's been a
Rain.
while.
Just an FYI, Rain is streaming right now.
I am streaming. Yes.
I did notice.
Okay.
Vaya.
Yes. Head pats, give me more. Now I steal people's souls.
Okay.
Wait.
Attempt 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, camera's behind us, and we're walking. Where did Zuby go?
Yeah, we're walking. I don't know. He started run around like a gremlin, and then he disappeared.
Fancy. Oh my god. But yay, your top is finished. All my
He's
trackers
still
are
in the
like 30.
instance with us, I think.
He might have had to go do
Yeah, he's
something.
somewhere here.
He lives with his grandma as a caretaker, so he might have had to go assist her real quick.
Oh, Grandma needed something. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
What did I just... Did I hit stop, really?
Oh.
I was like, the camera's a little off. I want to fix that. There, I like that more. It is not classic, but it is a lot to see. There's so much stuff today.
So the question is that like a video or a like actual in-game?
That is a video. That is a video.
Okay.
I'm not so pro that I'm like playing WoW with a controller with just my left hand, doing camera work and walking. I wish. My God, I wish.
I mean, it is a video he made
seen
by
some
himself,
crazy shit.
though.
I did make the video, so.
Nice. Yeah, no, like I wouldn't be surprised about people like actually like having a treadmill,
Mhm.
using that as a sensor to input movement into WoW.
Have you seen the girl that plays 2 Elden Ring games at the same time? And one of them she can play
Nope.
with a Dance Dance Revolution dance pad?
No.
Yeah, it's...
Was she Asian?
I don't remember what she was. Hi, Buff Unicorn. We climbed for a bit. No, she has a controller on
Oh,
one.
yeah, you need to change the title from climbing.
There's too much.
I mean, right now we're climbing something.
Okay. I think I can do it
We
from
can.
here.
What is Juvie doing?
Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Whatever he's doing, he needs to stop because he...
What do you mean?
Oh, I saw.
Is he
Oh, yeah.
is he a boat in the background?
Nope.
No, but yes, his avatar is Barbie doll naked
Oh my god.
because he's at the very
Oh, the
end
boxes.
of the camera catching him, so it's
Mhm.
including his clothes.
Zuvi, come here for a moment. I need to explain how the camera works to you. Okay.
No, it's just bounding boxes.
Zuvi, I can
So the
literally...
kills disappear first.
Zuvi, you need to, like, come here. He just looks like some dumb stream thing that I just have in the top right corner.
Juvie. Actual gremlin.
I'm
Oh,
not, I don't think he's, like, taking his clothes off. I think he's, like,
Nope, he
his
isn't.
clothes are occluding, because he's just at a weird distance.
mm-hmm. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's incredible.
and the beauty with this avatar is you wouldn't really see anything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the clothes were disappearing. Because
I
it's
don't-
just all shrunk down with blend shapes.
I don't actually know what's under the clothes in this avatar. I assume it's Ken doll, but... Or Barbie doll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like no game, no life.
Mm-hmm. I've yet to see that. It's like on the list. But I have a problem where people are like, this is one of the best anime of all time. And I'm like, oh, then I don't want to see it.
No, it's not. It's a good one,
Mm-hmm.
but not the best.
It's alright. It's definitely not near the best.
The only thing I
No.
really know about it is that it's never getting a second season.
Which is kind of sad because there were some cute characters in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, do I need to go get Juvie?
I have a feeling he's like distracted by something.
Yeah, probably.
But he's like jumping around up there, so it's not like he's AFK and like not at his computer.
Yeah.
I-
Who knows?
I do like anime, Buff Uni. However, ever since I got into Twitch, it is really, really hard for me to watch anime. Because it's just like, if I'm watching an anime, I feel like I'm missing a stream.
Hello.
And so,
Forgot where I was standing now.
and so like,
I've got to
Every now and then.
through dream.
every now and then I'll see something on YouTube that's like, oh, I really liked that scene in an anime, and I'm so into this anime and so intrigued and interested, I will go binge the whole thing. Most recently, this was with Bocchi the Rock, where I saw the guitar solo in episode 8. I watched that solo like 50 times, and I was like, I gotta go see the whole anime.
Nice.
And so,
Yeah.
while I do love anime, I mostly see it through clips on YouTube now instead of just the right way and in their entirety. Similar thing happened with Call of the Night. I don't remember what scene I saw. Hi Hunt. I don't remember what scene I saw that made me super interested,
Oh.
but I binged it. After that. Trying to think if there's
To be a super cute dork.
But yeah, before VR chat, before streams, oh man, I would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I would do some mild exercise, drive to work, get to work at 7, work for 8.5 hours, drive home for an hour to 2 hours, depending on traffic, and then I would basically have 5 hours before I had to go to sleep. And because I only had 5 hours, it was really difficult to plan stuff with my friends. Because they would all, like, go do stuff and get ahead of me in games. And it was like, oh, if we're going to raid, it literally has to revolve around Yulin, and that's just not going to happen, because I wasn't the one putting together raids. So...
Oh. In like
What?
Destiny or whatever.
Well, it was WoW at the time, but yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah.
what happened is just... I kind of stopped playing games for a bit. And I also stopped just having friends. There was also a lot of drama in the friend group going on, so I wasn't, like, missing my friends. I was kind of just like, man, fuck all these people, I don't need them. What this meant was, I was watching 5 hours of anime just every day. And then I would play games like League of Legends
I've
and
lived
WoW
that life.
on the weekends.
Same.
But it was just like, I'd get home, I'd get food, and I would just be like, okay, we'll watch this, there's a new episode of this, and then we'll watch this, and, I
did that when I watched Dragon Ball.
I think I went through,
Ooh.
I watched.
what did I go through at the time?
Go ahead.
I know I went through Hunter x Hunter. I went through, like, all of Hunter x Hunter in, like, a week and a half. Trying to remember.
I watched all of Dragon Ball in 6 days.
Oh my god.
Boy. Okay. So, question: have you ever had it to the point where you started an anime, it got late in the night, and it's like, okay, one more episode. Ah, damn it, one more episode. And at some point, it's like 4 a.m. and you're done with the season, and you have to get up at 7.
No, because when my brain decides it's time to sleep, I hard crash.
I want to say no, because I was pretty good at going to bed on time. With regards to anime, I don't think I was ever like at a cliffhanger that was like, I need to see this, I'll do one more. However, all of that discipline and responsibility and, being a dedicated worker to, be at my job the next day on time, that went out the door when I met people. So I mentioned Core earlier when I met her in that climbing world. When I first started hanging out with her, I moved my bed next to my computer, and I would sleep in VR or just like with my headset on, not the VR headset, but just like the headphones headset on, while we watched videos on SciTube. And I would stay up till like 3 or 4 a.m. and then I would fall asleep and wake up. I think I'd wake up at like 8. And so there were days I was getting like 3 to 5 hours of sleep to go to work, and I would be fucking dying. I'd be like literally nodding off at my job.
Oh, yeah.
And thankfully my job was like, it was in a cubicle. It wasn't like I was going to crash a car or anything. And if I didn't get work done one day, it was kind of like I had projects to do that didn't even have deadlines. So it was like if I wasn't really that efficient one day, nobody would really know. Not that I'm encouraging this, but
yeah,
it didn't really like affect me at my job, but it definitely. I remember being at my job and being like, "This is bad. I really shouldn't be this tired at work."
Yeah.
Then I would go home, take a nap.
Yeah, the one anime that did that to me was the 2nd season of Clannad.
Yeah, that'll get people.
Wait, why is there a plunger?
Zuvie.
Really, Zuvie?
We need to tell you about what you were doing. Oh, Stream can't even see the plunger.
I already told him. I went there to get him. That's why he's not still doing it.
So Selden, you missed it. You missed it.
Hey, sis.
You probably saw my Discord message. I might still be in the climbing world if Sis had been awake, because I could have just been like, get in a backpack and take me to Mars.
Oh, good morning, sis.
Maybe the moon? We would say the moon, but then you'd go to Mars anyway. Come on, sis, let's be real. You stop climbing halfway? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, but it goes past Mars now.
True.
They just updated it to Saturn.
It goes
to Saturn now.
Climbing Carnival.
Oh boy.
Then Everest. Then Moon. Then Mars. Then Saturn. Yeah. I couldn't remember if you go around Saturn or to Saturn. I've done Saturn with Sis once. He carried me probably 60 to 80% of the way.
Oh my god, did your poor little noodle arms break down? Is that what happened?
Yes, kind of. I climbed to the 6,000 meters. And then I started climbing to the moon. I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna make it. And so he I don't think he had it set up at the time, but he had this avatar that he'd scaled up so that it was like 50 feet tall, and he put a seat right in the boobs. And so I sat in his boob cleavage as he just climbed Godzilla style.
I see. Can't believe Sis cheated to get to Saturn.
He's allowed to cheat because he's done it legit
my head.
many times. I don't know about 3 meters. That's like 9 feet tall, sis. This thing was at least 15. This thing was huge. Yeah, sis is like close with the world creator. And I mean, obviously, as the record holder, he has earned the right for shenanigans. Well, I mean, not close as in, you know, you talk every day, but...
Oh, that kind of reminds me of the, what was it? You Don't Jump world? Mm-hmm. Like a ring you can grab. Yeah, like, apparently you can just jump from the start to the end and finish the map in like 12 seconds.
Oh, I don't think I'm actually familiar with this.
Without any mods, without flying avatar.
Hmm.
I have a video recording of that somewhere, but yeah. It's basically because the big menu freezes you in place and you can like give you more acceleration yourself with the booster.
I'm like looking at the video and I'm like, I don't remember where we are in the video.
Oh.
I'm like, I literally recorded this. Where are we?
The part where you saw the centaurs.
That is every part of this video. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? This is like the centaurs. Okay. That is Valdrakken in the top right.
Bro.
Okay, I know where we are.
I don't know nothing about no WoW.
I know where we are. We've just left Maruk, the like main city, and we're headed to Emberwatch. I know where we are.
The only thing I know about WoW is the lore that's relevant to the character I care about.
Welcome back, Fanfi. Which character is it? Is it Alex?
I think you already know. No.
Is it Sylvanas?
It's the only character I ever talk about. Bruh, it's like I never talk about Vol'jin ever.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only character I ever sat down and I was like, I want to know the lore for this character.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry too, because I like this character, and then they were just like, man, fuck this character. He's never gonna do any... He's got amazing backstory, but he's never gonna do a goddamn fucking thing in the show, and then we get tired of him being alive. We're just gonna fucking kill him the lamest way possible.
We're gonna kill him in the lamest way possible. Psych! Actually, we're gonna make him the Loa of Kings, and that'll be really cool, and he's gonna, like, do a shit ton with the story, and psych, he's gone! It's just like, what?
Not only did they kill him in the lamest way possible, but in his death, he did the thing that made no sense.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing was not trusting the Loa, and in the end, he's dying, and the Loa tells him a thing, and he just trusts the guy. He's just like, yeah, you clearly wouldn't lie to me. The Loa never lied.
The most distrustful Loa on his deathbed. Yeah, and like, just to have the whole comparison to Varian Rin as he's dying, while Varian's just like, oh yeah, I get a whole ship exploding around me, I take down a Fel Reaver, I throw some shade at Gul'dan, honorable warrior, cool as shit death. And just to have it at the same time as Vol'jin was just like, what? This seems a little unfair.
Not only that, but Vol'jin doesn't even get killed by anyone cool. Just get hit by a spear from nobody.
It's just some dude.
It's just some dude throws a spear and then Vol'jin dies. Just fucking dies.
So,
I told you.
I'm gonna hop around for some.
Okay, thank you for joining us.
Okay,
Mhm.
be safe.
Thanks for having me. Butcha, butcha,
Thank
butcha.
you.
No, you. Butcha, butcha, butcha.
I mentioned my curse the other day. If I pick a favorite character, they die. I picked a favorite character.
Who was your
in
favorite
WoW.
character?
I really liked this girl in the Scarlet Crusade. She was such a badass.
Oh.
She went through this crazy tough fight, died, but had such strong faith in the light that she lived and came back. And she was called Abendis the Unkillable or something. And
Oh, that's a red flag.
yeah, I mean, so she's crazy Scarlet Crusade. So it's like, you know,
Oh my god.
we were into crazy chicks back then. Wrath of the Lich King comes out, and you get a quest to kill her, and I'm just like, fuck! God damn it, shit!
Oh wow, you like the character and they made you kill the character.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yup.
Was it like a main story quest? Did you have to do?
Kind of. I mean, you could just skip this zone and not do it, but it was a main story quest in that zone. I remember I was waiting for Wrath of the Lich King to come out. I think I heard Zuby.
Yeah, he's in here somewhere.
He's right behind us. I just thought I heard him for a second. I was waiting for Wrath of the Lich King to come out. I was reading through all of the wiki lore stuff. And so I was like, oh, this character's really cool. And then I made a Death Knight on release day of Wrath of the Lich King. And you meet her. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. We get to meet my favorite character. And she leaves for Northrend. She's in the Death Knight starting intro. And you basically just hand her a letter, and then she like reads it out, and she's like, fuck, we gotta go, and she leaves. You're in disguise. And she doesn't know it. When you get to Wrath of the Lich King, one of the zones, the Scarlet Crusade has made a base up there. And you get a quest to fuck around with this base a bit. And the final quest of this area is fucking behead her and bring her head to me. We'll see if she comes back this time. She's like, oh man.
Pepe hands. What other characters have you liked that have gotten brutally murdered for no reason?
So, yep. I didn't hear what you said. It better not have been bye.
I didn't hear it either.
It was.
Oh. Bye.
Pepe hands. Hi, Juby.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, yeah.
She did not come back the second time. After that, I didn't pick a favorite character for a while, but eventually I did. There was a character named Ysera, the Dreamer, one of the big Aspects dragons that I liked. And she had a good run. She lived for a while. And then Legion came out. And this guy, what was his name? I forget his name, but he was like the first satyr. I think it starts with a P. He steals this really powerful item called the Tears of Elune, corrupts it with the Nightmare. Xavius, yeah, Xavius. That's not a P at all. And then Ysera's like, Xavius, I'm gonna get ya. And he's just like, nope. And he just throws it into her chest and instantly corrupts her. And then you, the player, have to put her down. And so it's just like, man. And since then, I have not picked a favorite character. Because they keep fucking dying.
Oh. I feel like WoW's just like, man, we have good characters. Let's just kill them all. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna make characters, and if the fan base loves them for any reason, they're dead.
Oh no, fan
Just fucking dead.
The thing with WoW is they like to have these big moments where these big, major historical characters die. And then they just bring them back. So, they have brought characters back in Warlords of Draenor, which isn't time travel. It's an alternate dimension with all the same people who used to be alive and have died are still alive. But it's not time travel. Bullshit. And then the Shadowlands where you just meet everybody in the afterlife. He's probably coming back next expansion, sis. I have a similar story to that, Fanfi. I went on a trip to Washington, D.C. In 8th grade. I think most kids did. Although I think they've stopped doing this. He did not die. He's just walking around in the maw with Sylvanas for some dumb reason. Anyway,
Wait, did Sylvanas not die yet?
She did not die.
How?
She betrayed the jailer. She helps you fight him, and then when the jailer's defeated, everybody's like, that doesn't absolve you of your crimes. What are we gonna do with you? And, Sylvanas is like, yeah, I don't really care. I admit to doing everything bad. Whatever. And, somebody's like, instead of killing her, Tyrande, you were the one who was wronged the most by her, so you decide. And Tyrande goes, I want to wring your little neck, but that doesn't help my people. What does is somebody going into the maw to retrieve their souls. So until every single Night Elf soul is retrieved from the maw, you're gonna go wander there, fighting the, shadow beast there, and send Night Elf souls back to Oribos. And, Sylvanas is like, yeah, alright. And she just does the Kratos walk off the cliff where she just, free falls into the maw. And Anduin's just like, I murdered people! And everybody's like, Anduin, you didn't murder anybody. You were literally controlled by the jailer. And Anduin's just like, there's blood on my hands. Leg? Tracker's not dead, is it? No?
So what I'm hearing is Anduin just drama queen.
Anduin feels guilt over what he did while he was possessed. And it's like, everybody's like, there's no guilt over that. Don't feel guilt over that. And so, Anduin's just like, no, I need time to myself. I'm gonna go to the maw too. And everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? I think Anduin is a good character until Shadowlands. Once he's in Shadowlands, it's like, you're fucking dumb. Washington, D.C.
I now know what's gonna happen. In a future expansion, Anduin and Sylvanas are gonna come back, and Sylvanas is gonna have a baby.
Oh boy. In Washington, D.C., we were going through all the places there. The Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial. We went to Gettysburg. And while there was a merch store. And all my friends wanted to buy the little, Union Army cap. And so we all bought one. And my dad was on this trip with me as a chaperone. But he didn't go into the store with me. And when I got on the bus, I had this Union hat on. And he was like, oh my god, Yulin! You're wearing a Union hat! I'm from Alabama! This goes against our whole heritage! Your grandfathers would be rolling in their grave. And I was like, well, my grandfathers probably sucked then, because they were on the bad side with the slaves. And he was just like, that's not wrong, but it's still our heritage. I was like, yeah, well, our heritage sucks. I'm wearing the Union hat. My dad is a very cool guy. He obviously would not support that stuff now, but he did grow up in Alabama. They both come back at the same time.
Alabama.
They both come back at the same time, and Anduin is pregnant.
I could see it. Anduin do be a bitch.
Wait, I shouldn't say that. The WoW devs might actually do it.
No, I predicted it. It's gonna happen. One of them's coming back with the baby.
Oh my god. We've walked 1 mile. And we climbed 1,500 meters.
Bro, you say that, Sheriquan, you say that like WoW even follows its own lore. You're gonna be like, she's pregnant because we don't fucking care.
If Blizzard
Sure,
could,
she's undead.
they would sell idol skins for Sylvanas that say, like, Banshee Queen. Preggers with mini Sylvanas.
I mean, you say that, but they'll put her in Heroes of the Storm eventually, and then she'll get a skin with a t-shirt that says Banshee Queen, I guarantee.
So she was a launch character for Heroes of the Storm. She's one of the OG characters.
Oh, okay.
That game is fucking dead. It is in maintenance mode. And it's not even, like, speculated, because it's been a while since they come out with content. Blizzard has actively said, we're keeping the game online, but we're not working on anything new. They have actively said this game is maintenance mode, we're not doing anything with it anymore. But we're keeping it online.
Stupid.
Yeah. It could have been great. There's so many things I love about HOTS. Like, mobile-wise, it is my favorite, but they just started, like, doing the dumbest decisions.
I mean, it is Blizzard. They only make the dumbest decision.
Mm-hmm.
At least recently. I mean, other than being a shit company, apparently at one point in time, they could make good decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then everyone who was there was like, man, this company is shit and we're leaving. And they just all left, and now there's only retards left. No, that's a hot word. There are only really, really dumb people there.
I wonder if anybody's thought of that before. Like a foot vampire. Like, they've got the name foot vampire, and people are like, what's a foot vampire? And it's like, yeah, it's just a vampire, but they don't like to go through the neck.
They're a vampire, but they only bite feet? Oh
yes.
My goodness. Why are we trying to make a subclass for Ico?
Oh my god, that literally is Ico. Fanfi was saying they've got something that looks like bite marks on their feet, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yes, I suck toes.
I like how we both went for the laugh.
I mean, it's the only way you can sell the stupid vampire accent.
Have you seen the original concept art for Dracula from Hotel Transylvania?
No, I haven't seen Hotel Transylvania.
So, they're not bad movies. I mean, they're kids' movies, but they're very well animated, and they've got some funny stuff in them. Dracula in them was originally, like, really hot. And then they were like, Adam Sandler is voicing this character. This is too much. And so they made him a little different. It's not like he's an unattractive, like, character, but before...
Wait, Adam Sandler voices him?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh. Wait, they're trying to say Adam Sandler can't just be a hot dude?
No, they were saying it would have been too hot.
I guess.
It would have been
I don't think
too
Adam
much.
Sandler's voice is that hot.
Oh, so now you're saying Adam Sandler can't do hot characters.
No, I'm saying he's got that, like, screechy voice. Like, I don't know if I call him hot. He looks good as a person, but it sounded like at first you were like, no, this vampire can't be hot because it's Adam Sandler, and Adam Sandler is a joke.
I think they made the right call. I think the original Dracula looks better, but with Adam Sandler's voice, it was more appropriate for this movie. Some of the animation quality in that movie is really good. Every now and then I'll see clips of Hotel Transylvania, and it's just really smooth animation with a lot of moving parts. And I'm just like, whoa, this is a kid's movie, huh? Oh, you know the funniest thing about Hotel Transylvania though, there's an invisible guy, and he got like a small following on Tumblr of just people that were like, I bet if he was visible, he'd be the hottest person ever. He'd be so fucking hot if we could see him. And they started like thirsting over the invisible guy. And then there's I think it's the third movie where all the monsters get hit with a ray that turns them human. And he literally looks like Mort from Family Guy. The orange-haired dude that's like balding and runs the drugstore.
Oh my god.
And it's like this group that was like thirsting over the invisible guy was so upset. They were like, how could they fucking do this? How dare they? They knew what he was supposed to look like, and they did this to us. I will never forgive them. And it was so funny.
Yeah, fuck those guys. He's invisible.
They made the Frankenstein guy, like, I guess he was supposed to be hot. He kind of just looked like a weird grown-up trying to be Justin Bieber. And he kept taking selfies. I mean, admittedly, if I went from Frankenstein to hot guy, I'd probably be taking a lot of selfies, but... Okay, but that's different, Matthews.
But lucky.
Because she's hot, damn it. We all know what she looks like. We've seen it.
Have you?
I'm pretty sure there's an official concept art of her powers getting disabled, and we see what she looks like.
Oh. I don't know. I haven't watched or know very much about the series.
I think the joke was that if you listen to the invisible guy and how he acts, he doesn't sound like he'd be hot. He sounds like he'd be obnoxious and like he's constantly pushing his glasses up and being a know-it-all and shit. And so I think it was like, wouldn't it be funny if it was hot? Oh, I want him to be hot. Whereas I don't think with Invisible Girl, I think it fits more for her to be that way. I don't know. I think I go left here.
I don't know either.
Hi, Jack.
I do know that she spends a lot of time with no clothes on.
Hi, oh girls. We're not climbing anymore. Climbing wasn't fun in my tracker's charge. We I forgot to charge my trackers, and like 5 minutes before stream I'm turning them on and they all start blinking red. And I'm like, uh-oh. What does that mean? So I'm Googling and it's like, your trackers are not charged, idiot. And so I'm like looking at them and they're 5%. I'm like, oh shit. Ogirls is a huge inspiration for the stream. Because I like her just chatting streams. I like her rave streams too. But I discovered her with the just chatting streams. Oh my god, Math. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Math. You know what? I'm going to talk about an Ogirl stream that did not inspire my streams. One time she was doing just chatting for 6 hours. And she was tired. And she just went delirious. And she just started doing popcat noises and just kept going. And her 3 friends with her also started making popcats. And one of them had an avatar for it. And I think all 4 of them switched to popcat. Thank you so much, Matthews. You are insane. You've literally gifted 60. You literally gifted... Oh my god. Yeah, they did like 6 hours of just chatting and then like 10 hours or something stupid of just sitting there. And it was like... It was funny. And then it started to not be funny, but then it very quickly became funny again because it was just like, they're just still going.
Poor Yulin. Had to listen to Popcats forever.
I did not listen to the whole thing. I had it open, and then I opened a second stream, and I kind of turned the Popcats low, and every hour I'd like bring the volume back up and be like, they still going? Oh my god, they're insane. Get it, girl. And I turned the volume back down to 1%. I really hope she has that VOD. I really hope she like downloaded it and saved it. Yeah, Ogirls is gonna walk with us someday.
I can't troll you with Popcats.
Ogirls and Fusty Lugs are probably the 2 biggest inspirations for this stream.
Oh, now you've got to try to find a way to get both of them on the stream.
This, where we're walking, Ogirls, is the Onaran Plains. It's an area in Dragonflight, the WoW expansion. That is, you can actually call it Damage Control the expansion. Because the last 2 expansions sucked, so they're trying really hard with this one. But they keep losing all of their employees. Because they keep doing shit, like stealing the breast milk out of the company fridge. And so none of their employees will stay longer than 2 years. I will show you, Ogirls. I will reveal to you the secret.
Oh. Time to pause the bid.
Ta-da! In the stream camera in VRChat, we are green screening out the environment. Hi, Foss.
Oh, Foss is here? I see him hiding.
What do you mean hiding? I'm right here. I'm in front of you now.
I don't think Foss is capable
of
of
hiding.
hiding.
My face.
We've already proven that I'm incapable of hiding through multiple video games.
I could just imagine you be like, oh, I'm gonna hide here and scare him. And just like blowing your own cover when you want to say something.
I'm the type of person to laugh when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him. Oh, I'm gonna get him in the corner. I'm just laughing to myself like, oh, I'm gonna get him.
No, so I'm actually on a treadmill, Ogirls. IRL, I'm doing the really, really dumb thing of walking on a treadmill with a VR headset on my head. So I'm blind, and my left hand stays on the bar most of the time, so that I know where on the treadmill I am and to keep my balance. That's why the camera is always tilted a little to my right side, so that you can't fully see my left arm.
Oh, is that why you do that?
No balls,
Yes.
take the bars off.
No.
Take the bars off.
No.
No balls.
I almost fell yesterday.
Take them off.
I had to unpause the YouTube video, and then getting back on, my foot just like went under me, and I fucking like I fell into the bar, and I just got up and was like, nobody saw that. Yeah,
You know-
so the whole point, oh girls, is exercise. So at first I was only doing like a mile, but now I've been trying to do 5 miles every day. I got fucking annihilated 2 days ago, though? Yeah, 2 days ago. Because this treadmill has an incline function. And I was like, I think I'm gonna let you guys increase the incline to make it harder for me, but it'll cost you bits. 200 bits per degree of incline. And they immediately maxed that out. And I don't know if you've ever walked on a treadmill with increased incline. Holy shit, it is so much harder. Oh my god. So, we only went 3.4 miles that day and I almost threw up. But, I didn't. And then after stream, that's when I really go into O-Girl stream mode. And I just lay on a beanbag and have the friends that have joined me that day just hang out and talk with me. Yeah, it went up to 12%, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Actually almost died.
Okay, so it was 3.4 miles. Sorry, I've cut you off like twice. It was 3.4 miles on 8%, and then the last 10 minutes. So it's probably like 3 miles on 8%, and then the last 0.4% was 12. All right, I'm not gonna cut you off this time.
I'm a little sad it's like a YouTube video because I didn't realize that. Like the other, like what? Other times I've looked at you do this, because I mean every other time I've like immediately gone to sleep. I'd be like, oh, Yulin, look at thing for like 5 minutes and then leave, and I never realized it was a thing. And I was so I have a question because this is really funny. This when did you come up with this idea, or how did you come up with this idea?
Probably like a year ago. Probably when I like first moved in with my parents. I had the idea for the YouTube videos because I was like, there's so many walking through Tokyo, walking through Greece videos, but like nobody does it for video games. And if they do, they've only got like 3 videos, or they like have their character on screen. Nobody does it like the IRL videos in video games.
Yeah. So, I thought that was. I think this is really fucking funny. And one of the reasons I'm kind of sad about the fact that it's not real is because I actually, like, probably like 1-2 years ago as well, had the same exact idea, but I didn't end up doing it because I wanted it to be real, right? Right? Like, I wanted it to actually walk into place, and I thought you had figured it out, and I was like, oh my god, how's he done it? And now I'm just like, oh, like.
So technically,
it's great.
There would be a way to do that. If I was just playing World of Warcraft, and I had like a controller set up, and I was making these movements, and I was on like an omnidirectional treadmill, so I was kind of strapped into place, so I didn't need to keep my left hand on a bar. You could do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that was another thing as well as treadmill prices.
Yeah.
Expensive.
If I could have an Omni treadmill, I would. But they're about $1,300. So, for now.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Honestly, I kind of like this style of treadmill anyway. This is just working.
I was like, oh my god, did he finally, did he figure out a setup? Like, how is it just like based on how the treadmill goes? I was so like hyped because I thought you'd figured something out, and I was like, oh, damn. I mean,
no,
for you still.
No,
I'm
Matthew,
glad you're doing this.
There are so many other things I need before that. I literally cannot get it right now. Do not. You are banned. You are banned. I also.
I mean, technically.
I kind of like this treadmill also.
Just go ahead.
Here's the thing about the Omni treadmill, it wouldn't have an incline. So I wouldn't be able to, like, hey, torture me with bits by increasing the incline and making it harder. So, like, well, the omnidirectional video, I'd be able to, like, I don't know. At this point, I'm like, I feel like it'd be limiting me.
No. Here's where you go with this idea, right? Once you get the omnidirectional thing, if you're able to actually move around in-game with it, instead of having these incline things, have it for places in the game. Set up unique places to go in, like, with bits and stuff, and be like, okay, do this, and then, like, you can make it so that you have, like, a, you could set it up like a timer. You could try and get there faster, sort of thing. So, like, you'll be going faster. Oh, God. Or something.
That
like,
sounds
instead of
really
incline
cool.
make it harder, you just have a time limit.
So, like, I would need a Wi-Fi treadmill that I could connect it to an app, and then I could connect that app to the stream. So it's like, you have 20 minutes to get to this place. And then I could, like, increase the time on the treadmill. Or increase the speed on the treadmill, and maybe... But there's not multiple speeds in WoW. Hold on. Somebody mentioned...
Speed up.
Somebody mentioned the other day, connecting the treadmill to the game so that, like, move forward is actually walking forward on the treadmill. And I was like, that's really fucking cool. And if I had that, then I could find some way to control the camera movement in WoW. Like, I would need somebody to write a script for this, but somebody like Core could do this. And if it was something as simple as, like, walking on the treadmill is go, and, like, looking around, or my direction with the VR headset is where I'm actually going, that would be potentially really cool, but there are things I would lose. There's some other buttons I need. So in this video, I'm walking as a rogue, so that I can be stealth, so that I don't get my shit kicked in on every NPC that walks by, right? Even if I'm stealth, sometimes stuff sees me, and I have a vanish on a 2-minute cooldown. So I have, like, a get out of jail free card every 2 minutes. And I would need, like, extra buttons for those. It's like...
You know what makes me sad is...
What?
I was looking at Mokopi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of annoyed that it needs to be connected to a phone.
What does Mokopi do?
Because, like, it's, so you know Slime VR?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But, it's...
Oh my, stop.
It's more meant for... It's less for, like, a... What's it called? Less for VR tracking and more like a 6-point mocap thing in it.
I see. You know, I think I've actually heard this.
They've added they've added an update to, like, start doing it with VR stuff better, because it kind of the way it was set up was before is because there was... So basically, you get 6 trackers or whatever. You put one on your head, one on each of your arms or your wrist or whatever, and then your feet. Might be 7 trackers or 8. I don't remember. Either way, I digress. But the problem was, it would basically be the equivalent of 3 trackers for your lower body for IMU, because it wouldn't take into consideration for VR purposes the headset or your hands. So you'd have redundant trackers. So it was really bad tracking quality beforehand, but they've actually taken feedback.
I see.
And they've actually started doing it for that as well. But yeah, my big issue is the fact that you need it on your phone. Or like that's the main, like, app, right? That's the main thing that you send the data to, kind of like facial tracking in a lot of things. But the problem with that is for that exact reason. I need my phone for other things, not body tracking. Because the whole reason I'd want it is the fact that it, like, you know, it's a head tracker and wrist trackers and all that. That isn't fucking, you know, a VR headset and VR controllers.
Yeah.
So, like, you use it with other stuff, and then it's just like, well...
Even even if we had a way to do it so that I was doing this live, I kind of like it in YouTube video form, because then I'm also building a YouTube channel, right? And so these could potentially get a lot of traction and get a lot of views themselves. This...
Well, no, I was just talking about, like, a different...
Yeah, yeah. So this is the Black Cat world. Bloop. I'm walking on a treadmill. And what you're seeing is a YouTube video. Hi, Tyran. Or is that Tyranno? Tyranno. I'm gonna say Toronto. Yeah, this is not a VR chat world itself.
Now, the other way you could have done this is actually make this a VR chat world. You just rip the map files off of WoW and put them in a world. But you'd lose all the NPCs. And the animals and everything.
I'm not sure I understand your question there. A third way, Lost One, is that one person is on a treadmill, and then a second person is in the room just playing WoW. And I'm pretending to hold a controller being like, guys, I'm walking on a treadmill and playing WoW. Isn't this so cool, me?
Yeah, there's that too.
Don't worry, Ewan, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'll screen share it to you. Easy peasy.
Oh my god, no, don't do it. He's gonna walk you into, what is it, Goldshire?
I fucking... Whoever's playing the game starts getting ganked and actually has like a full PvP duel with somebody, and the person on the treadmill's just like, guys, I'm really good at this game. Oh man, fuck this warrior.
You're gonna start doing really weird movements on your treadmill, like you're fighting back. Fucking weird as fuck.
What other news was there?
Can I just go all the way out here and just...
Yeah, so even behind the walls I can see you. So if you went to your right...
Behind the walls works, too?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, we can still see you.
Oh, fuck. What if I get really far?
You phase out... You phase in and out when you're really far.
There you go.
So we can see you.
Hello.
I hope he can hear us on stream. We can still see you, Foss, but there is some funkiness with the shaders. There are like different lengths where you will phase in and out. Oh no. See, Fanpy, that's why you always face your computer screen away from the door. That is a pro tip. Shut the fuck up, Cecil. It just looks like there's a little Foss doll next to chat popping up.
It is. Foss is now chat. Just a cutie with a bunch of cuties. Got him.
Is Foss a cutie?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes. I like that assessment. What is he doing over there?
You don't have.
Wait,
I
was
don't
he?
know. You don't have to be 100%.
Was Foss looking at the butterfly as it goes by?
I think he was.
Stockholm syndrome. Chat into cake parts. I would not be surprised if Sis was just saying that and then closing stream to go play some game. I would not be even remotely surprised if he just dropped that and then left. Just a pigeon in the hand, bing bong, fuck your life, and then like throw it into the room and close the door. I want Foss to come back so we can tell him about Zuby.
One day. No, Zuby left already.
Yeah, but I wanted to tell him about what was happening with Zuby.
Oh.
With Zuby being up there behind the walls and the shader on his clothes disappearing before he did.
Yeah.
Trying to tell me?
So my friend Zuby, he was here earlier. And he needed to go do something, so he just went up to the room over there. But we could see him through the walls because it's phasing out the walls of the map.
Yeah.
So he's just floating up there. However, the shaders from his clothes were disappearing at a different distance than his body. So he was just like sometimes a Barbie doll naked up there. And we're like, Zuby! Zuby, get down here! Zuby, no!
Huh. Wow.
My trackers are all at 20%.
Oh no, how much longer do you have left?
We're at 2.2 miles. So, I think we'll just end when this video ends. Right now it's in part 2. And I think there's like 10, maybe 15 minutes more of part 2. And then it's an hour long for part 3. Or maybe it's only 40 minutes, I forget. The whole video is 2 hours, like exactly 2 hours. And part 1, I remember very distinctly, is 25 minutes.
See?
You know, we were actually talking about Ysera earlier, and oh, she's not there. I didn't do the quest on my character. But she would be down here. This is where she used to live. This is the Green Dragon area.
Mm. You didn't get the opportunity to put your waifu, who's now currently dead, in the game.
I did, I just haven't... So the rogue is my alt, so I don't like do all the main story quests and side quests on them. I do them on my mage. And so on my mage, when I was making the route, I was like, oh, Ysera's just chilling here and in the video. But because I haven't done the quest to bring Ysera back on the rogue, she's not there. I didn't realize that until I was, like, walking up to the spot where she would be. I was like, oh, right. Oops. I could have done this before. Oh, well.
Too late now.
Technically, I could have just re-recorded that part after doing the quest, but I was like, nope. That was a 30-minute recording. We're good.
Let's see. Oh, are we playing Baldur's today, or are you busy?
We'll play Baldur's today, yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday did end up being Divinity.
When are you starting a...
I saw.
A Baldur's run with me, Yulin?
After my Divinity run with you. Hey, you didn't like that answer, did you? Yeah, I don't think you did.
We could all just play Divinity together.
Here's the thing. He loves Baldur so much. He already has, like, 150 to 200 hours in it. So it's like, it's the same game, just, 10 years ago. You're gonna fucking love it.
I have 163.6 hours in Baldur's.
Yes.
I have not fully beaten the game once yet. I haven't beaten the game once yet.
What act are you even in?
Me either.
I'm in Act 3.
Okay.
For this one.
So, I had a moment yesterday where I was like, yeah, chat, Lost 1 and I got to the Underdark, so we're in Act 2. And Lawson goes, no, that's Act 1. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, no, that's still in Act 1.
With Act 1.
And I was just like, that's still Act 1? Huh?
There are 3 acts, and they are very long.
Hi, Smug.
Well, Act 2 is probably the shortest one.
Well, yeah, Act 2 is just one zone. You're right.
And so...
Yeah, Act 2 isn't very long.
I did something very similar with Divinity, by the way. I played it with a friend who bought it for me. But he ended up being really busy and working a lot of overtime. And so I'd play it by myself, but not go past... And then he's just like, I can't play this right now, I got shit to do. And I was like, okay. So I ended up playing it with a different friend, and we only got like halfway through Act 2. I ended up playing it by myself, just testing builds, just see what they could do through Act 1 and like partway through Act 2, because I never wanted to pass one of those 2 playthroughs. And then at some point I realized I have 400 fucking hours in Divinity 2, and I've literally not finished Act 2. I just keep like testing characters and rerolling. And I was like, this is a problem. I need to beat this game.
Yeah, I'm at the point with Act 1 where I've started like so many saves with it and all that, where I'm just like, dude, I'm a little burnt out of Act 1 because I've done it so many times and I've like figured out pretty much everything in it at this point that I can imagine.
Hey, how do you go into the spider den in Act 1?
So you know the Blighted Village, right?
Yes. Leg, please.
There's a few ways, but the easiest place in wow, why are you putting your foot in Lawson's face? What the fuck?
Maybe if I walk over here.
What the hell?
Hello?
What are those? Oh, did your tracker for that foot die? Is that what's happening?
See, no, it has power. It's just like lost tracking.
But
do you have a reflective surface in your room?
I don't think so. Maybe.
The easiest way is just going to Blighted Village and the well there.
I'm not asking what the easiest way is. I'm asking which way you went first and have done the most.
I usually just go the well route.
Okay.
You know?
What did you do first?
But
yes.
First I went through the blacksmith basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the one I found first.
Yeah.
And the last one was telling me that last time we saw you,
well,
you had like gone through a hole.
That's because he doesn't lockpick the door for the basement. He blows up the spider web, the room above it, and then falls through the hole into the blacksmith's place, and then blows out the wall.
I see.
What was I supposed to do?
There's a door, like, right outside that you can just lockpick and walk through to get into there.
I make my own doors.
You don't have to blow open the spider webs on the floor and then fall and take fall damage to get to it.
I don't actually think you... Well, I've never taken fall damage, actually, because I always have Featherfall with me, so...
Well, no, you always play a drow as well.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Y'all have improved leap.
Does Drow have it? What? Do they have improved leap? I don't think they do.
I think they do. I think that it might not be.
You also might not take fall damage on webs.
You don't.
No, you definitely take fall damage from falling off of webs. I did it to the matriarch to set her up for you to beat the shit out of her in that fight.
I see. Well, not falling off of, but falling onto.
Onto.
No, he's falling off. He's on the floor above the blacksmith place in the building. There are webs there that you can burn that open up a giant hole in the floor that you fall through instead of lockpicking the door.
What we're saying though is, if there are webs on the ground and you land on the webs...
There are no webs on the ground when he lands.
Okay.
You're a web on the ground.
I saw a video recently of a guy who, he jumped out of a plane at like 20,000 feet in the air with no parachute. And it was like a Red Bull stunt where really he landed on a net.
If you just ended right there, it would be like, I saw this thing where this guy he jumped out of a plane. You just ended there.
Damn.
Like, oh, cool.
I was telling them about something really nasty earlier, and I was like, I really shouldn't be talking about this. This is something that I really shouldn't be discussing on stream, and nobody commented on it. Or I was still figuring out my chat because it's frozen in Streamlabs that I didn't see anybody commenting on it. But it was something vile.
I don't remember what it was.
Gross, mean, evil. Like,
gross.
What type of vile?
Super gross. Oh. Well, maybe not super gross, but
super duper gross.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You mean about the guy who eats raw meat?
Nope. Not the Liver King.
No, that was
different
the only
guy.
gross thing. That's like, I don't remember what you were talking about then.
I like kind of don't want to talk about it because even when I was first talking about it, I was like, "This is something that I really shouldn't. I just really shouldn't."
No, it's for the best. For the best. If I repressed it that quickly, it's for the best.
If you went on to Reddit and looked at the What the Fuck subreddit, it's probably the top post.
I don't go on Reddit for a reason.
I like going on Reddit because it's one of the best places for news with stuff. So like a lot of game subreddits I follow, like when every day for PSO, there's these crazy people that post where all the loot boxes for the day are. So like in this one zone, there's invisible boxes that you can find, and if you get good at finding them, you can honestly find them in like 2 minutes. But alternatively, there's a guy that just posts a map there every morning. So let's go get that.
I see.
I finally did it. I finally found someone that is actively playing PSO in my friend group. We raided Blissy Sama yesterday, and I was hanging out in her chat talking to her while she was playing Warframe this morning. And I mentioned PSO, and she's like, "Oh, PSO! I haven't played that in a few weeks. I'm gonna play that again." And I was like, "Whoa! Oh, somebody that doesn't hate the game."
No, Core doesn't hate the game.
Core, it's true. Core and Uber both play. Ice also does. But they play at weird times when I'm not playing. I don't know when they play. Well, I know when Uber plays. But Uber's weird to play with because he's like super mega meta writing guides online, and I'm the casual that's just like, this outfit looks nice.
I don't know. You know all the elitist gamers.
I know the elitist gamers. They use me as the casual benchmark to like see how good are the casuals right now.
Wow, you're the casual benchmark.
I am the casual benchmark.
But you're still pretty good at the game.
You're
not the casual benchmark.
You have 400 hours in Divinity. I don't want to hear casual benchmark.
No. That was 400 hours before beating Act 2. I want to say it might be over 1,000 now.
You're not helping your case here.
Look, you're bringing up Divinity. We're talking about PSO, okay? I am the casual. Don't look at my hours for PSO. I am the absolute casual player in PSO.
He's lying. He
Don't look at my hours.
Every morning. Play it every morning.
Do not look at my hours. They are inflated from AFKing.
I don't need to look at your hours. Every time I wake up, like an hour after I wake up, it's like, Uland has launched
He has about
PSO. Like, okay.
1,318 hours.
Casual my ass. I've seen you play the game.
So here's the thing with PSO. For a little bit, the endgame content was killing Gigantics. Gigantics only spawn when it's storming. There was no way to predict when a storm was going to happen. And so what I would do, I was still working at Tech Systems. I was working from home. I would just leave PSO on. And if I saw a storm happen, I'd go take a 5-10 minute break. Kill a Gigantics, get some sweet loot, then go back to job. And I did that for months. That's why my hours in PSO were so big.
No, I've seen you play the game. Shut up.
Typically, I play it for like 30 to 40 minutes doing dailies every day now.
Yeah, but I've seen you play it.
I don't think I'm that... My gear is absolute trash compared to, like, the best people.
Yo, your gear's trash, but your skills are good.
I don't know. I watch people like Uber play, and it's like, I'm playing a different game.
Bro,
this is different.
You can't compare yourself to a meta slave. There's a difference in ability there. You play the game a moderate amount and you're good at it. This man no-lifes the game.
Uber.
Yeah, of course he's better at it.
Uber is a fucking
I don't
monster.
know, man. I can't imagine Ewan being good at a game. He's
oh
playing
my
the
god.
easiest difficulty involved.
It's a story game.
You're right.
I'm not playing it as a video
You're
game.
right.
I'm playing it as a movie.
Uh-huh.
So
were you there yesterday when when I kept throwing small people into the water because they kept looking at me trying to do illegal things?
No, but what the fuck?
They were in my way. They kept looking at me, and I wanted to open a chest, and so instead of going invisible, I just threw them into the water.
Does that kill them? Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, you can't swim in this game.
So,
water is death.
Yeah.
Side note, if I'd done the quest to bring Ysera back, she would be standing right here on the left. She'd just be chilling by this big portal. No, I don't know if you've ever tuned into Smug and Spacefish playing. Smug, like, on the hour, will just push Spacefish into something. So she'll completely forget it each time. She'll be walking by something, and he'll just go, "Hey, Spacefish!" Boom! And she'll just go into a wall, and it's so fucking funny.
Beautiful. Incredible.
Part 3!
I respect it.
He's also
Now,
having a
if
lot of the
Ewan
same
was
audio trouble as you, though. But it's, like, slightly different.
I've been having less, and I don't know if it's I might have a really super stupid, like, idea, or not idea, but, like, solution, possibly, that's... I don't know, I'm gonna need more tests, but, like, I haven't had the buzzing in 3 days since I started doing this.
Oh, that's good.
And it's super dumb. Can you guess what I've done differently?
Have you turned the phone upside down to what you normally do?
What?
Is it not that dumb? Look,
No,
I'm just trying to think of a really dumb solution.
The static is a Windows/OBS issue.
Yeah, that makes my whole phone thing a really dumb solution, doesn't it?
I will say though, you're kind of in the right area of it.
Oh,
Not being
no.
on the computer at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not related to the phone, but it's not related to like the computer either.
Is it the mic?
I have moved what socket I am plugging my fan into. I am now using an extension cord to plug it into the bathroom instead, so it's not on the same circuit.
Oh
as
my
computer
god.
at all.
What? Don't even make sense.
Okay, the logic is slightly there for the fan causing possible issues on the circuit.
That would be like a power supply issue.
Well, it's because fans are very, very good at sending strong surges through wires. And even though I'm in a surge protector, they're basically reverse generators in a way, a fan. So they're very good at fucking with circuitry and shit on them. Actually, that's how I figured out I wasn't in a surge protector at all by accident when I thought my computer was plugged into a surge protector, because I would change the speed on my fan and it would flicker my monitors. Just from changing
You
the
should
speed
buy
on
a
my
power
fan.
strip.
Well, I've got it plugged
built into
it. Well, it is plugged into a surge protector now. I thought the thing it was plugged into was... It might have been at some point. It was an old, what are they called? The power things, the like battery.
Power strip.
Battery.
Yeah.
Not a power strip. It's like emergency UPS unit or whatever.
It's still a power strip. It's just a
supply.
It's just a power strip with extra steps.
Okay. Either way, it's basically a battery.
I have one of them.
Yeah. But I don't know. Either it was too old or that other side just they were because it was what my grandmother gave it to me because it was like my grandfather used to use it and I was like, well, if I don't have to buy it on this craze right here, fuck it. But it clearly wasn't working. And so I replugged my... The whole reason I had it plugged into a separate thing in the first place is because I moved my computer to the other room, and I didn't think I'd be able to get the cable long enough to fit back around into this room to plug into the surge protector I had it in before I had moved it. Because I still needed that in here to plug all my other shit into it, like the monitors and stuff. But luckily, I actually was able to barely get it to fucking wrap around. I had to move the fucking surge protector all the way against the door, essentially. But it's there, and it fits. But yeah, ever since I've started doing that with the fan, I actually haven't had an issue. But that's why I need more streams to test that. Because I don't know, it just seems too weird and out there to be the cause. But maybe it is. Maybe it's a power thing with Windows being funky or something. Are you talking, by the way, Ewan?
I muted myself to clear my throat.
Yes, he's muted.
I was. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
I think a solution.
No, it's
I know.
You were doing.
I know. Look,
you were doing hand gestures at me, and I thought you were talking.
The thing is, you unmuted to cough.
Oh shit. No, I've got.
Yeah, you had it muted before. You unmuted, cleared your throat, and then muted again.
I've got 0 Italian blood in me, but I've got Italian hands. So I start just going like this when I'm talking. And thankfully, that's how everybody knows, he's muted. And so I haven't had a problem where I've been muted for like too long, because everybody's just like, he's muted. And so, I feel like a solution like that would piss me off. Because on one hand, it works. On the other, it's not an ideal solution, right? And you kind of wish you could, like, not do the cord shenanigans.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, that's also, because it's really annoying for future stuff as well to think about, because it's like, well...
Are you tapped out on that outlet, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And the problem is, I don't know, so is every room supposed to have its own, like, outlet circuit?
Typically, yes. You would go find the breaker for your house and see what all is shared together. And so, for my house, every room is isolated. The living room shares with the hallway. And then we've got the basement and then basement outlets. Because it's a basement, you want the stuff that's actually at risk of being flooded on its own, like, special surge protection. And so,
yeah,
the, like, lights in the basement are separated from our outlets.
Yeah.
But typically, yes, every room will have its own.
This room I'm in and the one that I put my computer in aren't isolated. Or at least the circuit I had plugged it into was not. Because when I was getting the monitor flickering, it was like my fan was plugged into the outlet behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one my computer was plugged into was on the other side of this wall in the other room.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I could see why they would do that, because if they share a wall, then it's like, yeah, these two rooms connect them. But not ideal for you right now.
Yeah, so that's why I had to do it into the bathroom, which is still right next to me, but it's like awkward because there's this cable just going across it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I need one of those like actual battery power supplies because I have it's a surge protector, but it's not like one of those ones that holds a charge in it that like if your power goes out, it'll power your computer for like an hour. Like I need one of those. Because that would also probably solve it.
If it has a little bit of buffer power, maybe. I don't have one of those. I just have surge protectors that like power it for an extra like 0.5 seconds so that it doesn't like hard shut off if like the power goes out. It does a bit of a softer shut off.
Yeah.
And also blocks like actual lightning surges.
I have the hour one.
Hmm.
My computer is protected unless the lightning directly strikes my computer.
So that's what happened to my computer.
Fair.
No, I don't mean like it going through the power cord. It'll stop it at the surge protector. I mean like the lightning blows a hole through my roof and strikes my computer directly.
So most surge protectors cannot handle direct lightning. My building got struck by lightning, and I had a surge protector, and it literally blew up.
So, yeah, so that's actually a thing. Any surge protector that you plug into the wall, if they say that, it's a lie. It actually doesn't. You need a special house-bound, in-the-wall sort of surge protector that's made for the house to actually survive a lightning strike. And even then, those will get damaged.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know the surge protector's gonna die.
Well, see, here's the thing. The stuff coming out of the surge protector is also probably going to die. Because there's a lot of power behind lightning.
Yeah, it does not protect it from lightning. You need a special, like, industrial-esque surge protector in your house.
It's just one of the things where we try to fight nature, and we never win.
Yeah, surge protectors only really help you versus, like, the natural surges that happen, or... like just stuff like that. Like it can handle like a current going through it, but not lightning. Lightning's gonna say fuck you to anything you try.
So if the lightning gets diffused a bit, it will help with that. When my apartment got struck, it didn't all go to my room. It was split between like 4 different rooms, and so I only got like a fourth of a lightning bolt. My surge protector died. My switch cable and docking station died. It went into my computer and fried the GPU, but the rest of the computer was actually fine. It killed my router, and it killed a TV. It did not kill my base stations, which was like, holy shit, fucking how? Because those were just plugged right into the wall.
Your GPU or whatever, right? After X amount of time, or was it your SSD?
My GPU
was a slow burn.
It was a delayed burn. My GPU turned on for another day, and when I put it in sleep mode, the next day it didn't turn on.
Yeah.
And then I was really sad. I ordered a new GPU, and I was like, what do I do? And I had like recently played Breath of the Wild, so I didn't even want to play Switch games. And then I realized TFT is such an easy game to run, Teamfight Tactics in League of Legends, that I could just run it on motherboard graphics. And it looks exactly the same. And so then I played TFT for like 3 fucking days.
You booted up League.
You're like those people who fucking get like a 4090 and all this other shit just to play The Sims.
No. I literally didn't have a graphics card. And like, I'm playing TFT, and I said something really toxic one time. I was like, this is funny, but I feel like I should go saying this in every match. I won one time and was like, you guys lost? I'm only here because I don't have a graphics card. And somebody was like, what? And I was like, that's funny to me. It's probably not funny to them. I shouldn't say that.
Wow, you are such a bitch.
Here's the thing. When I play League, I don't play fairly. I have decent mechanical skill. I have decent map awareness. I have decent itemization and like last hitting. I'm a mid player in every category. Where I shine is mental warfare. So I wait for the enemy team to make a mistake, their jungler goes in a little too hard and dies, and then that's when I shine. I'm gonna say in all chat, LOL with a question mark. And then I'm gonna go, I don't know why your top lane didn't fall up there. Is he throwing? So even though the jungler is the one who messed up, he's gonna feel justified and mess up more. And the top laner who's salty because he didn't mess up is now really salty because everybody thinks he's the one who fucked up. And I am sowing discord in the other team. And it is... it's evil, but when you want to rank up, it works. And that's why when a MOBA doesn't have all chat, I'm just like, this is a dumb game. You're looking at me like you've just learned a new side of me, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh no, sorry, I was
is
tabbed
actually
down
evil.
I'm gonna be honest, I was tabbed down and I
Wow.
was zoned out, and I didn't hear a single thing of what you said.
What? You were just staring at me like, oh my god. Oh my god,
oh,
you.
No, I mean, because you've also told me this 3 times before.
Have I? Okay.
Yeah, you've told me this a lot.
Yeah. That's how I win in League of Legends. And it works. Like, if you can get that scenario where a jungler throws and you can just do that, why didn't your top laner go in with you? Is he trolling? That's like a sit back, you've won the game at this point. They're going to FF at 20. You are the reason League is shit.
Yuland is literally that League player.
Yeah, so...
He's actually that League player.
Sen, I forgot to charge my trackers, and so 5 minutes before stream, I turn them on and they're all blinking red. I'm like, oh shit. So we climbed for about 30 or 40 minutes while they charged. They got up to 35. And once they were charged, I was like, I don't want to do Climbing Carnival anymore. And so we are going to walk to a 2-hour video. Hi, Sen. You know who has the best hello? It's Spacefish. When somebody comes into her chat and she does the, hi person, welcome, 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 it's just like, warm fuzzies. You both agree, right?
I didn't notice. I'll have to try.
Yeah. Next time, pop into her stream and just listen to how she says hello, and it's just like, warm fuzzies.
He's very throwable, I do agree.
Oh my god.
We need more Finnish people.
Maybe less Finnish food.
I'm sure there's nothing wrong with Finnish food.
Pineapple,
At least
tuna,
it's not British food.
borscht, onion pizza. What?
It's not.
See,
Other
than the pineapple, that sounds good. I could eat all of those things
Fish?
together.
Fish on pizza?
But I love seafood.
It's not British food, at least, so it's fine.
Yeah, what he said. It's not British food.
Lol, beans on toast. Yeah.
Beans on toast.
The worst Devour meal is the all English breakfast, because you have to reheat frozen scrambled eggs, and I am never getting that one again. Absolutely vile.
It does sound terrifying. Says the person who will eat reheated frozen eggs.
Listen,
What?
I finished the meal once. It was bad. I didn't finish it the second time.
No, I was talking about myself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me because I did it once.
No, I was calling myself out. You know those stupid sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits you can buy at the fucking grocery store? I buy those.
Beans on toast is redundant. What?
Why?
Are they saying they're like the same type of food? Or are they saying like if you're making beans, it only goes on toast? So to say on toast is redundant. That's... I don't know if you have the full story of this because it's secondhand hunt, but I'm like dying to know more.
Okay, I'm gonna head out.
You going to bed or just heading out?
I'm just dude, I woke up at like 7. My sleep is so fucked. I'm so normie right now.
You're fucking done then. Yeah.
Bye.
I've noticed. You've been starting stream like super early, and I'm like, what's wrong with Foss?
See, I just thought that was Foss being accommodating to Kimmy's schedule, but maybe it's just your schedule.
No. But my schedule is fucked.
Alright, bye.
Have fun, cute York.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, how do I leave this game again? There it is.
And he's gone.
He is.
On
Just
toast
us
is
again.
redundant. That's wild. I don't remember what chat I was in. I was talking about Druid forums, and I was like, I looked up the Druid forums, they're so wild, and everybody's like, nice pun, and I was just like, oh, that was a pun, wasn't it?
That was.
I'm so clever.
That was Foss's shame you did that.
Yeah,
That was
totally
Foss's
not
shame.
intended.
He was like, I see what you did there, and I hate it.
It is. I kind of do that a lot, where I'm just like, this druid nature thing is wild. People are like, ah, pun. And I'm like, what? Weird. I have to reread my thing.
I mean, druid wild shapes are pretty cool.
I don't like the final druid shapes. I think those are
Why?
spoilers for druid stuff
What
for
are
30
they?
seconds.
Oh.
There's a Velociraptor form, and then there's the 4 Myrmidons. So fire, water, air, and earth Myrmidon. So you're just like an elemental with a sword.
No,
And I'm like,
but you could be an owlbear.
yeah, but that's not the final forms. That's like a level 5 form.
What? Owlbear is so OP. How is that not a final form?
It's not a final form. I mean, you'd still use it. It's still good, but like, it's not the things you unlock at level 10.
Yeah.
I will check it out.
It's a
man.
Myrmidon.
So a Myrmidon is like a warrior. Not quite a berserker, but like a zealot warrior. The first time I saw the word was in the Scarlet Monastery in WoW, and they had these Myrmidon units. They're basically just religious warriors, I think.
Was that a wild shape transformation?
A Myrmidon fancy. It's like Myrmidon. In D&D, they're like elementals. So like, it's not just a dude.
Oh, I see.
It's like an elemental made of fire in armor.
I see. No, but you could be a saber-toothed tiger. That's badass.
You can be a saber-toothed tiger. That is badass.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've never played a druid.
I have always liked the nature and like wild magic aesthetic in games, despite never wanting to leave my room. It's kind of ass backwards there. In Diablo 2, my favorite class was druids. And then when I played WoW, I immediately went to the druid. However, I was kind of upset because in Diablo 2, druids are like turning into fucking werewolves. And then in World of Warcraft, they just turn into a panther. And I was like, this is so much less cool. What the fuck?
Yo, but troll druid form is so badass.
Yeah, but they didn't have troll druids back in vanilla.
Oh, god damn it, Vanilla's just bad. Vanilla's just horrible.
Troll Druids came out in Kata, I think.
You get
and
to be
so-
a neon cat with tusk.
You do. But I really like druids. Rift came out. They didn't have druids, but I really liked the Beastmaster. I really liked being the warrior with the pet. I always kind of liked hunters in WoW, but I think it's cooler to be melee than be ranged with a pet. So when WoW got melee hunter, I was super fucking excited for it. Unfortunately, the rotation for survival spec hunters is fucking ass and not fun, and I hate it. What other games do they have like the whole druid aesthetic?
Oh, there was one thing I liked about Shadowlands.
Yeah?
They eventually came out with the ability to customize your druid form.
I think that was a bit before Shadowlands.
Oh, I don't know. I came back in Shadowlands and I left in Shadowlands.
I see. So you came back and it was there, yeah. They added that in Legion.
Yeah.
I think specifically because Guardian and Feral Druids, they got different forms based on the Legion weapon aesthetic they were using. So in Legion, you didn't get new weapons. You got your artifact weapon, and you could unlock different cosmetic looks for it. And so with Guardian and Feral Druids, because they didn't hold a weapon, their forms looked different. So they got like 6 new forms, and each form had like 4 different chromas. Fuck Moonkin Druids. Because they have a staff on their back as Moonkin form, they didn't get a new Moonkin form.
It's okay. No one cares about Moonkin Druids. They're chickens.
If they didn't have the whole dumb... There's the third tracker. If they didn't have the whole dumb, like, you have to look like a Moonkin... They have a glyph that takes them out of Moonkin form, but, like, keeps the bonuses of it. But they're, like, ethereal and see-through. I'd really like Moonkin. Where was I going with that? But yeah, they could change their looks based on which cosmetic one they were using, and then they added all past druid forms to the barbershop. And so you could just pick from like 30 different forms that you'd had unlocked. So if you'd run like Firelands, you could use the Firecat.
Pog Firecat?
Yeah, have you seen Pog Firecat?
No.
So, in Cataclysm, there was a raid called Firelands. And there was a bunch of corrupted druids there that had embraced the flame. So, they were like all their druid forms and abilities, but fire enhanced. So, Fandral Staghelm, who used to be the leader of the druids in Teldrassil, he was like the leader of these fire druids. And in his boss fight, he will switch into cat form. He also has a scorpion form? I don't know why. I can't remember if there was a bear form. I know he had cat and scorpion. But they were like very flame versions of them. Oh, he probably had scorpion form because he spent so much time in Silithus. Charles Martinet retiring? That's unfortunate. I don't know why they didn't... He's the voice of Mario. And in the movie, they got Chris Pratt to voice Mario, and they brought on Charles Martinet as a cameo. But it's still like... why didn't you just have Charles do the voice? But, I mean, I know why. They wanted the big Chris Pratt name. Just to have his name.
He did good enough. The movie was great.
He did good enough, but it's still like... You voice Mario for 30 years, 40 years, and then it's like, well, this is a big Hollywood actor. He hasn't even been alive as long as you've been doing Mario. But, I mean, big Hollywood actor. Charles was probably like, yeah, I get it. Woo. We are at 3.8 miles for the walk. And it's probably got 15 minutes left. I mean, I am feeling the burn a little. It is kind of crazy when somebody stays on that long. on one hand, it's sad. On the other, it's like, maybe it is time he retired. He's been working a long time. I should be thinking, like, good for him.
Put in a lot of yahoos.
He's done a lot of yahoos in his day.
A lot of wah.
That big mountain to the right there that I'm pointing at, that's where we're ending.
Oh, okay. Getting there.
We're getting there. I'm probably going to end earlier today instead of hanging out and talking too much, because I was really mad when I didn't finish recording yesterday. So I'm probably going to ensure that I get that video done today. And start on the next one as well. Sonic. 4 actors played Sonic in the games alone. You know what's crazy? My first introduction to Sonic was the animated TV show. Not the good one. The Steve Urkel TV show. The one that started... So there were 2 animated TV shows back in the day. One was Sonic Underground. This one was really good. It covered a lot of mature themes. Dr. Eggman was like capturing woodland creatures and using them to power robots. I think at some point he even learns how to like turn them into robots and like literally force creatures are dying. Sonic starts working with the Resistance that's got Sally in it, I think is her name. And it's really dark. No, I maybe I do. Sonic Underground might be the band one. It's the one in the forest that people really, really like. At the same time was Sonic the Animated Series, which didn't have Dr. Eggman. It has a guy that looks exactly like him named Dr. Robotnik, and his 2 robot goons that are just idiots. And Sonic and Tails just chill and hang out, and when Robotnik starts doing evil stuff, they just stop him. It's episodic. You don't need to watch it in any continuous order. It's just, in today's episode, Robotnik tries to do this. And then, is it the same person? Okay. I always thought they were the same person, but they just called him Robotnik in that one.
I think I watched both of these.
The Sonic the Animated Series one, Sonic is kind of goofy. He's voiced by Steve Urkel. You know, let's see what we're going to do today from, I think, Family Feud. And for whatever reason, he's really into chili dogs. Like, if he's not stopping Robotnik, he's like, let's go find some chili dogs. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
No, that's actual Sonic lore, though. He liked chili dogs.
Well, I think it started in this show.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
It was...
No, I think he liked them in the Archie comics where he was invented. I think that's just a thing.
We can fact check me on that. I see.
I mean, I'm not gonna fact check you. That will require effort and the ability to
Oh
care.
my god. It was an okay show for kids. If you watch it as an adult, I mean, it's not one of those shows that as an adult you're like, wow. Even as a grown-up, I enjoy this show. Shows like that are SpongeBob or Phineas and Ferb. But it was... it also had these weird PSAs where they would be like, remember, you're not a cartoon, so don't go jumping off a cliff. And it was like, what? Okay, I mean, it's not a wrong message. That's no good. They had one message where it was like, listen, kids, if someone you know, even if it's a family member who you trust, is touching you in a no-no place, you need to tell somebody. And it's just like, well, wait, what? What the fuck is in this cartoon?
Yes, Sonic liking chili dogs was in the comic. It's canon.
Okay. I thought it started in that cartoon, because it was like, in every episode, he was like, let's get some chili dogs. It was like Etta and Eddie and Jawbreakers.
Like, when he was a kid, he worked with his uncle, and his uncle made chili dogs, and he was the delivery guy. That's the backstory.
I see. This fucking elephant. I try to go around him, and he just hard turns into me, and then stops in front of me. You wanna fucking... Go. Shoo. Fucking asshole.
Just chilling. Just
I started
living
walking
his
early.
best life.
No, he was
Yeah,
asserting
you forgot about
dominance
the
there.
baby.
He was making a point there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He was like, this is my field. You walk through when I say you can walk through. He was like, damn, dude, chill.
Are you sure you're just not projecting? You
I
sure
am not
that's what's
projecting.
happening?
I am not projecting.
You sure?
I am sure.
Are you positive?
Yes.
Who gave it to you?
Who gave what? What?
Don't worry, it's a stupid joke.
Oh my god.
You're like, are you positive? Like, you were positive for an STD, and I was like, who gave it to you?
Hmm. Oh yeah, these guys run right through me, and I'm like, really? Okay.
NPCs, no respect.
No respect. Oh, I was so mad yesterday. There's an NPC that he goes through the Azure span on a wagon. And the first time I recorded the video, I saw him at the perfect time. I was coming to a fork in the road, and he goes from one side of the road to the road I'm not going down. So it was like, I see him, but he doesn't run me over. And it was like, that's really good. That's like, just cinematography-wise, that was a really good shot. And then I lost that footage because I took a wrong turn and fucked it up. And I was just, man, I was so sad to lose that.
Why don't you just go back to where you were when you mess up and just cut the video there and just edit it to get another video?
Because I don't like jump cuts. Oh.
Uh-oh, all your trackers died.
No. They're back on. But it says it's dead. But I can see that I still have tracking with them. We're going into that stronghold there, so they might last for another 5 minutes. Honestly, I don't doubt you at all, Fanfi, because I've seen like stuff of him on Tumblr and stuff where it's like Robotnik being sexy, and I'm just like, oh, that literally makes perfect sense. Senrinel's like, what? Robotnik being sexy? Huh? The fuck are you talking about?
I've never seen it.
I would not doubt that you see filth like that on Newgrounds. 100%.
Sexy Eggman on Newgrounds.
Sexy Eggman on Newgrounds.
I've never thought Eggman was sexy. I don't know.
I didn't either. I mean, maybe when he blew up the moon. Because, like, damn, what a display of power. What a display of dominance. He pissed on the moon.
Yeah, but I've seen so many people blow up the moon. What's another moon explosion? Like, really? Come on. Like, Piccolo from DBZ just shouted at the moon. He blew it up with his voice. Come on.
Fuck you, Obama! I pissed on the moon! I don't even remember the quotes from that scene.
Why was that a thing? Fuck you, Obama. I pissed on the moon.
So there's this group called, I think it's Hungrybox? Hungrybox might be a person in the group. They did these fan dubs over all the cutscenes of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and they've done a bunch of other things too. And Snapcube, okay. And so one of the things in the game, Dr. Eggman shoots a laser and blows up the moon, and then he threatens all the governments of the world, like, you need to give me what I want, or I'm going to do this to the Earth. And it'll be at full power, so it'll destroy the Earth, not just put a hole in it. And, in the fan dub, when they're doing the voiceover for it, they're being very silly. And so it's Dr. Eggman being like, I hate my wife, she took the kids, she took everything, I'm so mad right now, I'm gonna take it out on the moon, I'm gonna piss on the moon, fuck you, Obama, I'm gonna piss on the moon, and it's just like, the most deranged dubbing possible.
I see.
It's the same group that in Sonic 06, there's a scene where Shadow is talking to Silver and I think her name is Cinder, maybe Ember, the purple cat, Blaze the cat, and Shadow's going, I don't want to be just an accessory to these women. I'm an alpha gamer, and that's why women don't respect me. And one of them's like, oh, well, I'm not an alpha gamer, so maybe they'll respect me. That just makes you a beta cuck, Silver. It's stuff like that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The dubs are so fun to watch. I haven't seen them in a long time, so I'm fucking up all the quotes. Fanfee's probably like, no, it's like this. They're so funny, though. It's Mephiles in Shadow's disguise, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, watch them. They're not too long, because they're cutting out a lot of the gameplay, right? If I remember correctly, it's just the cutscene. So it's the same as like a video game cinematic movie, which you can see that for like every game.
Yeah.
We're almost there. Apparently my third tracker is dead. The others have 9 and 12%. But I'm just going to that building that's right behind this guy. Oh yeah, there was like a druid or something here, just AoE killing everything. Oh no, I'm going to the one over there. I was planning to go to that one, and this guy cleared out the way, so it's like, I can go a little bit further. Tails and Eggman have a duel.
For you.
And then it's just Eggman goes, I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. And he just leaves. Pay no attention to the carnage. This is a geared as fuck druid tank, just annihilating so many mobs you can't even see him in the center of it.
Yo, but why?
Rep.
Oh, you get rep for killing these guys?
Well, there might have been a quest, there might have been a world quest here. It's probably not super prop. Oh, there might have been like a Storm Surge. So there was actually like, loot 100 Storm Surge dust here to do this world quest. I don't know. You fool! I have 70 alternative accounts. You'll never find me. You'll never ban me.
There's too many email addresses.
I've seen parts of it. I don't think I've ever seen, except for the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle One, I don't think I've watched a full dub playthrough. Quote one of the things from Shadow the Hedgehog, and I'll tell you if I've seen it on YouTube. It's just some centaur dudes chilling here, and I just walk up to them and just like, yo, what's up? 4.4 miles. Ah. Oh, my... Damn it. Left all my stuff over here.
Hey, they lasted, though.
They did last. Also, Streamlabs laughed, and I used 2 windows. I need this. Environment. I need this. 60. And then I need this. Where's my pins? Behavior. Look at me. We were in like the... What would you call this last one? Like a foyer? Entryway? There's like the receptionist desk right over there.
Foyer works.
Yeah. Ah.
Man, I love chocolate milkshakes.
And Lost doesn't even sound exhausted. You know, you went all the way with... Well, he wasn't there for the climbing. So I worked out my arms and my legs. That's why.
I took it easy.
Yeah. You know, a little behind me. Let me move there. Okay. I'm gonna cut it short though, instead of just like hanging out and lounging around. I wanna get those videos done.
Hey, he's got work to do.
So we're gonna turn Look at Me off. I can do this. You can look at the window. I already know where we're going.
Oh, on to a place.
We are going to a place.
Aw. Do I know this place?
Probably. I've raided them before. Oh shit, they're doing art too! Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh, are you sending us to leave?
I am. I started a raid to leave, but Streamlabs is freaking out. Well, I can't see the thing to like raid now.
Oh. I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, there it goes. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. Sorry for the scuff. I'm gonna make sure trackers are charged tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye. I love you.
Bye.